What's up? I hope that today has been a good day for you, and I hope that you wind up liking this video. So this video is going to be the ugly truth about high school. There is so much I can say about this. Excuse me for a second, I need to go get some water. I'm back, whoa. I'm good. I am a high schooler, and so I think that I can tell you guys by now the truth about high school, and as I continue through high school, I will slowly but surely learn more to tell you guys. But for now, I have basic things that you guys need to know about high school that no adult will ever tell you. No adult. All the kids realize this, but no adult will ever tell you this, and I have no idea why. It's like some sort of adult, like, secret code or something. Like, don't tell your kids this stuff. But yeah, I hope this is informational in some way. You're never alone. Now this might seem like a really inspirational, you've always got a shoulder to lean on, but that's not exactly what I mean. Okay? What I'm trying to say is, if you have a question in, for example, math class, and you're like, wait, this doesn't make any sense. Like, do we carry the 2? Do we divide by the 2? Do we multiply the 2 to the 6 to get the 5 in order to get a 12? That literally made no sense, but you know what I'm trying to say. And there's always someone else in that class, at least one other person who has the same thing. Or like, if your teacher asks, oh, what can I do better in this class? And like, you say one thing, the rest of the class disagrees, at least one of those people is just going along with it. At least one of them agrees. Teachers can be as clueless in their class as you are. I know. Mind blown. Mind blown. But in all seriousness though, so many teachers, like, okay, I have this one science teacher, he's really nice, and I like him as a person, but as a teacher, he's not the best, and it's like, I'll ask him a question, and he'll literally, like, state the exact same thing on the paper, except add in a couple of words, and, like, change, like, for example, good to, like, great or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, mix up a couple of words and change, like, the synonyms and stuff. But, like, he literally says exactly what's on the paper, and he can never answer my questions fully. Not never, but a lot of the time. And that's because sometimes he's teaching something that's so complicated in the worst possible way to us. I guess maybe that's the way he learned it, and basically, he doesn't understand it fully either. Like, I'm 99% sure. Alright, this is a big one. Lunch tables are like assigned seats. So, like, how can I explain this well? I'll draw a diagram for you guys. Alright, so suppose this whole sheet of paper is your cafeteria, right? And you've got a lunch table right there. Can I get a darker marker? This will make it easier. So, here is a poorly drawn lunch table. And oh my god. Bless you. Thank you. So this is your poorly drawn lunch table. And then suppose you've got like trash can, trash can, trash can, and then another lunch table right over here, and then right over here. Yes, they're all different shapes, because why not? That works. This is your lunch table. These are some garbage cans. There are some more garbage cans over here. And, so suppose, like, you and your friends sit over here. So this is your table. This is your guys' table, okay? Your table is usually marked within the first day of school all the way to maybe like the 4th day. Like in between then it's okay to change, right? And then over here you've got like, let's say, I'm just gonna give, like, suppose A through D, letters of the alphabet. We'll give them letters of the alphabet. So a set of people with names A through D sit over here, right? This is their lunch table. And this over here, this is like M through P. I know, like, what happened to all the others, but whatever. Now, suppose someone's from, now, like, 3 weeks later, all right? Someone from M decides, you know what? I don't like sitting this close to the trash cans anymore. I want to move over here. So they move over here. And suppose, like, there's only one person here at the time. So there's a very weak layer of, like, shielding. Meanwhile, all of the table's members all decide to migrate over this way, to this table. He can do nothing about it, so he has to move and find you guys another spot. So he's just kind of awkwardly over here, while this is now taken over by M through P. Okay? And now, he doesn't know where to go. So maybe he will come over here, and then you guys will go over here, and blah, 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 blah. And all of a sudden, one person, one stupid person, decided to be rude and just move. Use their freedom and move. Like, honestly, how rude. Because of that one person, the entire balance of the cafeteria is, like, just completely upset and completely messed up. So thank you, whoever you are. I am very passionate about this because I hate moving lunch tables. The one thing I hate more, though, moves us on to where you sit at lunch is also like an assigned seat. Diagram time. Okay. So, suppose finally you guys do find a permanent table for the most part. Every once in a while, some mean person will come and take it. But this is your table. There are seats here, 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 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then there's the exact same number on the opposite side. 8 seats, 8 seats. This is where you eat, right? There's typically no seats over here as far as I know. Some schools have like benches, in which case that's really good because it's so much easier to fit in people, right? But anyway, suppose A sits over here. B sits over here. C, D, E, keeps going, F, G, H, J, K. I'm trying to do this the best I can, you guys. Oh God, none of those look right. Okay, well this is an A, even though it probably looks backwards. But, so yeah. So suppose one day, 2 new people decide to join, right? Let's call them Z and X. Z and X. X decides to come and take B's seat. Now B has to find a new spot. So B comes over here. Now Z needs to find a spot, so he decides to take D's seat. And now D needs to find a new spot, so he comes over here. Now whoever was here and here have to find a new spot, so they come over here. And like I said, now the balance of the table is just completely messed up again. So, I don't like it. It hurts my feelings when people do that. So stop. Second impressions matter just as much as first impressions. The first impression would be like what you see, how you, like on the first day that you guys meet. Typically this is like in a class I'm talking about. However, on the first day, people are usually a bit more nicer because they want to make a good impression, or a bit more shy, one or the other. By the second day, / like whenever the second time you see them, they're probably a lot better and they're probably more themselves. Or at least that's how I like to think of it. So they matter just as much to me as a first impression does. I'd honestly like be the best you can be for like 8 days because, you know, people tend to like, yeah, the 8 days. 8 days is like the time period of how long it truly would take, I guess, to like fully understand what someone's going to be like for the rest of the year in that class. Sometimes you'll know right away though, but like, you know, in case you misjudge. Next one is that finals are never what they seem. There are very few teachers who will specifically say, all right, this is what's going to be on the final, and mean it. Finals are when you find out which teachers are your friend. My Spanish teacher, she told us what's going to be on the final, and then afterwards she gave us a study guide, which is literally like our study guide was just basically the test copied and pasted over, but the questions were changed just slightly, but it helped us so much, or at least it helped me. And like, for example, my math teacher, one, she let us use a note card, and two, she told us exactly what was going to be on there, even gave us some examples and prepared us. However, my science and history teachers, science teacher tried to tell us exactly what's going to be on there. None of it was on there. Maybe like one or two things, but the rest of the 80 plus questions that we had to struggle to know, none of it we learned ever. Ever. And like my big history teacher, he kind of prepared us, but only semi. So like, yeah. The next tip also has to do with finals, and it's finals week / when finals are coming. It's acceptable to dress like a hobo. Alright, next is you will probably do badly on at least one project or homework assignment, or maybe even class. And when I say badly, that could mean like if you're a straight A student and you get a B, it could be the end of the world for you. Or that could also mean if you're like a B or a C student and you get an F or something, or A to F or something. Keep in mind, this also means you could do really well on one. Like you go from an F to an A, at least on one project, one class, one something. So, I mean, that's kind of good in the sense that you could easily do really well, or that you could easily do really bad. But at least once, it will happen. The next one is finding friends in class is important. And even if they wind up just being acquaintances, get comfortable enough to be able to say, hey, can I have your phone number, or like your Snapchat or something, so that if I ever have a question of what we did in class when I'm absent, or just if I have a question, I can ask you about it. Most of the time, they'll say, yeah, sure. Like, it's really good to have someone to help you, especially try to find someone who's generally good in that class, who will pay attention, so that if you're really lost, you can come to them. I have some people like that, had some people like that in my class, then our schedule was changed. And it Final was like, thing, oh. This, some people might have told you, and it's, where you sit on the first day of school is important. Unless they already have a seating chart, like, if they let you choose seats on the first day of like each semester or whatever it is, first day of school, whatever, choose wisely. Because they will, chances are, probably be like, all right, these are going to be your seats for the rest of the year. Or maybe they won't say it, but that's probably where you'll wind up sitting for the next couple of classes, because you might not have any other idea of where to sit. And sometimes it's not choosing wisely where you sit, it's hoping and praying that others who you don't want to sit next to you don't sit next to you. Because if it's your free choice where you sit, then it's also theirs. Unfortunately. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like this video, comment down below, and subscribe. And of course, I hope that you have a very good day.